A latte steamed on the table as Emily scrolled through her phone in a bustling Seattle coffee shop, the kind with exposed brick and indie music humming softly. Her screen lit up with another text from her mom. "Honey, what's this family barbecue you're hosting? Do I need to bring potato salad?" Emily groaned, pushing her cup aside. "Jake, your sister's texting me now. She's asking why a casual barbecue needs a waterfront venue. We're toast." Jake, sprawled across from her with his easy grin, sipped his black coffee. "Tell her it's gonna be a barbecue they'll talk about forever." Emily shot him a look, but her lips twitched into a smile. The family barbecue wasn't a barbecue at all, it was their wedding, set for 5 days from now at a gorgeous estate overlooking Puget Sound. Not a soul in their families, parents, siblings, or nosy cousins, had a clue. This was their grand scheme, a surprise wedding. No endless Pinterest boards, no bickering over guest lists, no panic over budgets. Just them, their love, and a few friends sworn to secrecy. But as the days ticked down, keeping the secret felt like juggling flaming torches. 3 years ago, Emily and Jake's love story kicked off with pizza nights at dive bars and rainy hikes in the Cascades. She was a freelance photographer who chased raw moments. He was a graphic designer with a knack for pranks. When Jake proposed last winter, slipping a ring into her mitten on a snowy trail, they both knew a cookie-cutter wedding wasn't their style. "We're not country club people," Emily had said, brushing snow off her coat. "I want it to be us, real, fun, no drama." Jake's eyes had lit up. "What if we make it a surprise? Like, we invite everyone for something else, and, boom, wedding." Emily had laughed, thinking he was joking. But Jake wasn't. Over coffee and late-night texts, they hatched a plan. They'd tell their families they were throwing a summer family barbecue at a waterfront estate. They'd hire a planner to handle decor, food, and music, passing it off as a chill gathering. Only their best friends, Sarah and Ethan, would know the truth and help pull it off. It sounded perfect. Romantic. Epic. Totally doable. It was a logistical nightmare. 4 days out, they sat in the sleek office of their wedding planner, Olivia, who was surrounded by mood boards and sample menus. Olivia, who'd orchestrated 2 surprise weddings before, was visibly stressed. "Jake, your mom called me 3 times today," she said, waving a post-it note. "She asked why a barbecue needs string lights and a dance floor. I told her it's for vibes." "I don't think she bought it." Jake ran a hand through his hair. His mom, Linda, a retired nurse, could sniff out a lie like a bloodhound. She'd been sending him texts like, "Jake, what's really going on? And this barbecue better not be a cover for bad news." Emily was faring no better. Her older sister, Rachel, kept grilling her about why she seemed so on edge. "She trapped me at brunch," Emily told Olivia. "Said I'm acting like I'm hiding a secret baby. I panicked and said it's just work stress." Olivia sighed, adjusting her glasses. "You two need to chill. The venue's booked, the caterer thinks it's a corporate gig, and the florist's on board. Sarah and Ethan are handling your rings and outfits. Just keep your families clueless for 4 more days." "Easier said than done," Jake muttered. As they left, Emily's phone buzzed with a text from her cousin, Mia. "Yo, heard about your barbecue. Can I bring my new girlfriend?" Smiling face with sunglasses. Emily froze. "Jake, how does Mia even know about this?" Jake winced. "I might have told my brother, who might have told his coworker, who might be Mia's roommate." Emily smacked his arm. "Jake, this is how secrets crash and burn." 2 days out, the chaos was in overdrive. Emily's dress fitting nearly blew up when her aunt strolled into the bridal boutique, forcing Emily to duck behind a rack of veils. Jake's tailor, baffled by why a barbecue needed a custom suit, kept asking, "Dude, is this for a proposal?" Their friends weren't helping. Sarah, tasked with picking up the rings, accidentally tweeted a photo of them with the caption "sparkly stuff." Ring, she deleted it in seconds, but not before Jake's cousin saw it and texted, "Bro, you buying bling? Spill the tea." Ethan, meanwhile, was struggling to keep the band in the dark. The lead singer kept asking why they needed to learn a John Legend ballad for a barbecue. Ethan's excuse, Jake's dad loves sappy tunes, got a raised eyebrow and nothing else. The biggest threat was Linda. She'd started calling the venue directly, asking about the menu and setup. When the manager let slip there'd be a ceremony area, Linda went full detective. She grilled me last night, Jake told Emily over a frantic FaceTime. Asked if we're secretly engaged. I said no, but she's closing in. Emily clutched her head. We should have just run off to Vegas. Jake grinned. Too late now. Think of their faces when we nail this. The night before the wedding, the waterfront estate glowed under a twilight sky. Emily and Jake stood amid half-set-up decor, twinkle lights, wildflower arrangements, and a small arbor by the water. The Puget Sound shimmered, and the air smelled of salt and summer blooms. Are we insane for doing this? Emily asked, leaning into Jake. Completely, he said, wrapping an arm around her. But it's our kind of insane. No pressure, no fuss. Just us, promising forever. Emily smiled, her eyes misty. I just hope they're happy. You know, when they find out it's not a barbecue. Jake kissed her temple. They'll be over the moon. And if they're not, we've got cupcakes to win them over. They laughed, but the nerves buzzed. Tomorrow, they'd face their families, over 60 people, all expecting burgers and beers. Instead, they'd get a wedding. By 5 p.m. on the big day, the estate was a vision. Golden lights, wildflower centerpieces, and a stage with an officiant waiting discreetly. Guests trickled in, dressed for a fancy barbecue in sundresses and polos. Emily's parents admired the setup, oblivious it was for their daughter's wedding. Linda, Jake's mom, eyed the arbor with suspicion but held her tongue. Sarah and Ethan played their parts like pros, greeting guests and nudging them toward the taco bar to keep them distracted. The band strummed chill acoustic covers, saving the love songs for later. Backstage, Emily was a bundle of nerves. What if they're mad? She whispered to Sarah, who was zipping up her white dress. They won't be, Sarah said. They love you. Now go marry your guy. Jake, sweating through his suit, got a pep talk from Ethan. You've got this, man. Just don't trip on stage. The crowd gathered, buzzing with curiosity. The lights dimmed, and a spotlight hit the stage. Jake stepped out, gripping her mic, with Emily waiting offstage. Hey, everyone, Jake began, his voice shaky but clear. Thanks for coming to our family barbecue. The crowd chuckled, but Linda's eyes narrowed. Jake took a deep breath. But we've got a confession. This isn't just a barbecue. It's something way bigger. Whispers rippled. Emily's sister, Rachel, muttered to her husband, "What's he up to?" Jake grinned. "Tonight, you're all here for something special. Emily, come out here." The crowd gasped as Emily stepped onto the stage, her white dress glowing under the lights. Her mom clutched her dad's arm, jaw dropping. Linda froze, then broke into a smile. "We didn't want a big, stressful wedding," Jake said, taking Emily's hand. "We wanted it to be about love, family, and a little surprise. So, welcome to our wedding." The estate erupted. Cheers, gasps, and a few "no way" filled the air. Emily's mom burst into tears, laughing through them. Rachel shouted, "You sneaky jerks," but she was beaming. Linda stood and clapped, her eyes shining with pride. The officiant stepped forward, and the ceremony began. Emily and Jake exchanged vows, their voices cracking with emotion. The crowd, now fully on board, cheered with every word. Sarah and Ethan fist-bumped in the background, their mission complete. The reception was a whirlwind of laughter, dancing, and toasts. Emily's cousins demanded details on how she'd kept it secret. Jake's uncles slapped him on the back, calling him a genius. Linda pulled Jake aside. "You nearly gave me a heart attack," she said, but her smile was warm. "I'm so proud of you both." Emily's mom hugged her tightly. "I wish you'd told me, but this was perfect." Not everyone was thrilled. Emily's aunt grumbled about missing the chance to plan a proper wedding, and Jake's cousin was annoyed he hadn't brought a better gift. But the love in the air drowned out the complaints. As the night wound down, Emily and Jake slipped away to the water's edge. The sound lapped gently, and the Seattle skyline twinkled across the water. "We did it," Emily whispered, resting her head on Jake's shoulder. Jake kissed her hand, his ring glinting. "Best surprise ever." The estate slowly emptied, leaving only the glow of string lights. Emily and Jake drove off into the night, city lights reflected in the car window. "Surprise weddings aren't for everyone," Emily's voice echoed softly. "They're messy, risky, and a little wild. But for us, it was perfect. We didn't just start a marriage, we started it our way, with love, laughter, and a secret we'll always cherish." The screen faded to black, with simple text, "To love that surprises us all."